Time now to brush up on your property knowledge with our friends Property Apprentice, and today we want to know, what mistakes are you making when trying to get on the property ladder? Property Apprentice owner and financial advisor Debbie Roberts is with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you, Debbie. So what are the top mistakes that we make?
I think one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they listen to other people.
So turn your ears off.
Yeah, well, I mean, seriously, in New Zealand, everybody's obsessed with property. Everyone's got an opinion about property, so it's a little bit like a belly button. Everyone's got one, you know. So it's a case of listening to the people that actually know what they're doing, because sometimes the people that will give you the strongest advice have never even bought anything. Yeah. So be careful who you listen to would be my first thing. You know, get a trusted team of experts, a good mortgage advisor, a good lawyer, a good accountant. If you're buying investments, you need a good property accountant. Get, you know, financial advisors to help you plan your portfolio. If you're looking at growing a portfolio, don't just listen to salespeople that are trying to sell you a property. You know? Sometimes the advice from them's good.
Yes.
But you don't know, do you?
Yeah,
you just
exactly.
don't know.
Yeah, you've got to be careful who has your ear.
Yeah.
When I went to buy my first property, somebody who I won't say, but somebody who most Kiwis would probably know, said, don't buy a home. They'll be going out of fashion. You should be renting, saving and investing. And I mean, in some ways, you know, you should be doing that stuff too, but I mean, I'm so glad that I did when it happened.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you don't buy a home at some stage, you're going to be renting in retirement, and rent is only going to keep increasing over the long term. That's what happens. You know, it's usually it tracks along at about the same pace as inflation. So rent increases are a lot lower than inflation at the moment, but they are still increasing.
When you say people are listening to, you know, people who don't know what they're talking about, what bits of advice are they holding on to, and are they going with and think it's great?
Well, so sometimes people who've previously purchased an investment property, they'll tell you it was the biggest mistake they ever made. In our experience, the reason it was a mistake is because they bought the wrong property for their financial position. So, you know, if they'd had some advice from a financial advisor who doesn't sell property, I don't know if I've mentioned that we don't sell property. I always get slammed on social media. Oh, she's just talking up the property market. No, we don't sell houses.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but, you know, it's things like that. So I think some of the other mistakes that people make are waiting for the bottom of the market. We might have already passed that, you know, waiting for interest rates to drop. You know, chances are we're past the peak of the interest rate cycle. So today's prices could be the worst that you get, especially if you fix an interest rate. What else we got? Waiting for houses to be more affordable. Do you know what the median price before at the peak of the just before the global financial crisis, median prices in New Zealand were $355,000. That was at the peak of the market pre-GFC. How cheap does that sound now?
Like a dream.
You know?
Even pre-COVID sounds like a dream.
Yeah. Seriously, 2 months before the peak of the boom, where we're at now, we're only about the same median prices as where we were 2 months before the peak of the boom. Things went nuts between the end of September and end of November.
Because we didn't have much to do at home, I remember just looking on my app, watching the value of our house go up, and it was crazy because we're just sitting at home doing nothing. But, well, you know, working, whatever, but we're just at home and it's just getting...
Nothing.
It was insane. I mean, obviously it's dropped off a bit there, but...
Yeah. So what you need to remember is that you never buy the median or the average house. You buy one property at a time, you know. So the median values might be dropping or going up, but that doesn't mean that the property that you're looking at is increasing or decreasing in value.
And if you are going to look at investing, then a plan is like fundamental, right? You need to know what your goals are, how long you want to be in,
what you're looking for, whereabouts you're looking. Yeah, there's a lot more to it than just buying a house.
The bright line
even
test.
more if you're looking at buying an investment property. The more you learn, the lower your risk.
Yeah, absolutely. Debbie, great to see you as always. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks.
That is Property Apprentice owner and financial advisor Debbie Roberts with us this morning.